What most people refer to as tapeworm in pork is actually Trichina spiralis. That's not a type of pasta, but in fact a nasty parasitic worm. If it infects you, it causes the unimaginatively named trichinosis, which you really don't want, largely because of the eye swelling. Cheap, crappy pork made from pigs fed on trash, and I mean actual trash, not the Daily Express, is much more vulnerable to trichina. That makes it very rare in countries with high regulatory standards like the UK, the US, and Germany. I suspect what happened is that the British and the Germans collectively wiped out tapeworm, and then the Americans took all the credit in a series of big-budget motion pictures. There are still a few cases in the US every year, but apparently most of these happen in the kind of people who kill and eat their own walrus. Concerned about worms in your pig? Call this number. Or alternatively, cook your meat to 65 degrees Celsius, or freeze it below -15 for at least 20 days. Either technique will kill the little bastards.
We're now into the 60s, and any second now it should do something. It's not doing anything. The temperature's just hit 65 and gone past it, and no alarm has gone off.
Have you turned the alarm on?
I probably didn't turn the alarm on, which might have been a good idea.
It's important to note that thermocouples conduct heat.
The probe is very hot. How do I get this out without dying? You can do that?
Mm-hmm.
You can just yank on the wall.
Not too hard.
Not too hard. I'm a lot more burned than usually happens in these kind of circumstances. But that does look like a steak that is actually done.
Alright.
So here we've got the middle bit. You see where the probe was. It is slightly pink there, that is done medium rare. Let's see what it's like.
Oh man.
That's really nice steak.
Well, it did work. It would have worked had I not done that, though.
I find it just more precise. I'm a little overcautious, but I'm never 120% certain in my ability to go, that is done right now. And I like having the backup option of going, yeah, no, it really is.
How do you know what temperature everything is supposed to be at?
I bought the book.
You bought the book?
Or I look on the internet.
Right, so as well as owning a digital thermometer, which costs £15, you also need the internet. So what's the temperature for lamb?
55 degrees medium rare.
55 degrees medium rare. And this is just stuff that you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's only about 5 or 6 temperatures you need to memorise. Chicken, 70, unless you're feeling very, very brave. Pork, 60 if you want to do it rare, 65 if you want to be a bit more cautious because you're feeding it to your grandmother. Lamb, 55 degrees.
And on he went. So, I decided if I end up buying one of these things, and I might, anytime I want to know the correct temperatures, I'm just going to phone Hugh.
Hello? 73 degrees. Yeah.
Alex! Nowhere does it tell you how much water to add?